you said you do have any ESOL students?
I do. I have 3 ESOL students.
Okay. Do you have any like family connections with them?
I do. I try to stay pretty close with the parents. A couple of them, 2 of the 3, the parents do not speak English, so I go through Miss Lily, our ESOL support person, and she'll call and keep them very on top of things, kind of let them know what's going on and things like that.
So all of your ESOL students are Hispanic?
They are, all 3, yes.
Okay. And do you think that their culture affects how you teach them or how they learn?
I would say yes. I think everyone's culture, you know, what's going on at home and the kinds of family connections that they have, and just kind of trying to think how family connections in general affect the way that they're performing in the classroom. If they're going home and not having, and this goes for all students, not just ESOL, but if they're going home and maybe not getting the same support, or if they're not hearing the language at home the way that, you know, they're learning it at school, a lot of times that's going to affect how they're doing in school. So.
Okay. How about any social trends? Do you see any social trends among the students that change over time, and is that affecting the ESOL students?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay. How do you think the ELL's home literacy affects if the school if they their parents don't know how to read or write? Do you think it affects the way the student learns?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I know every teacher pushes reading at home and trying to get the kids to sit down, and we do AR, so we'll try to have them take their AR books home and things like that. One thing I notice is that the comprehension skills are not usually there if they're not being asked the questions at home, and you know, really being asked to talk about what they read and talk about what they understood about things. So I definitely think that would that affects it. And writing, putting things down into sentences and getting them down on paper a lot of times is difficult. If they're not doing it at home, they're not seeing those things at home, it's a lot harder to get them to do it here.
Okay.
So.
Well, let's see. I'm trying to pick up the best questions.
I know some of them it's like, off
yeah.
the top of your head.
Do you know any professional organizations that can help, you know, students and teachers, pre-professional teachers like myself, in order to help us understand like how to work with ESOL students?
Not off the top of my head. It's been a while since. I mean, I did all that when I took my ESOL classes. A lot of what I do is through working with our, you know, ESOL para and just a lot of extra support. It's not necessarily just for ESOL students. It's things that you do with your student. Hopefully a good teacher does with all the students, but like putting things into, having a picture with the word, and sometimes I'll reword things, questions and things in case they don't understand the first time, just visuals, things like that. So I can't really think of like a professional resource though.
Okay. How about students with ESC? How would you go about with ESOL students who also are classified as ESC?
I mean, it's very similar in the sense that you're kind of trying to make accommodations in the classroom and just and help them learn the best way that they can. So, same thing with ESC, depending on what their title is or how they've been. I can't think right now. Sorry, I've been.
It's all right.
All morning. But things like that, very similar things, getting support, especially having, you know, the pictures and showing it to them in different ways and things like that really helps out. That's all I can really think of off the top of my head.
Thank you very much.
Yep, you're welcome.